to my YouTube channel. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Hey there, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for returning and for coming back for another great content right here on my YouTube channel. You know, it's always amazing lifestyle content, great tips, amazing conversation, interviews, and everything around my world. And yes, right now is about time to give you something totally different. And I'm doing this because a lot of people have asked me questions about it. And it feels like so many people are frustrated already. And they're like, oh, dump this app. Well, don't dump it just yet. You just need the right tips and you would get how to use it. I'm sure you're wondering what I'm talking about. It is Instagram. Yes, I'll be sharing very interesting tips on how to grow your Instagram page today, how to optimize your Instagram page, and how to set it up for your business and anything that you want to do with the Instagram app. And it's very easy, although it's very stressful. But with one or two things I'm going to say right now, I'm sure you understand what you've been doing wrong and how to get back on track to boosting your Instagram page and giving it the good facelift that you need for your business and the PR that you need for anything that you're currently doing right now. So yes, let's just get into it. I'm sure you want to ask me. I'm going to answer two questions that you probably have on your mind. First question, why Instagram? Well, I've always said this over time that for your business or whatever profession you're into, you need to understand the social media app that works for you. I mean, for some people who are in the professional line, say you're a lawyer or something, you probably want to go to LinkedIn and optimize LinkedIn for your profession. But this time around, if you're an entertainer or you sell wares, maybe clothes, shoes, hair, you definitely want to stick with Instagram because it's a faster way to reach out to people and of course sell yourself and get the attention of the people that matter. What you currently want to sell out to people is what determines the social media platform that you adopt. But for Instagram, it's just particularly faster to reach out to people and maybe easier, and that's why I'll be talking about Instagram. And because it's been here for quite some time and I know a lot of people are currently having struggles getting their way through Instagram. But yes, not to forget, before now I talked about TikTok and how to make use of TikTok because of the growing popularity of the app. So you might want to check out the video below and check out how to make use of TikTok. It's the future already, so you need to go get it because it's like the most downloaded app of 2020. Yeah, so before you start struggling with that, you need to start using it right now and optimizing it if you think it's good for your audience. But for those who are stuck on Instagram, knowing that Instagram is the best platform for them to sell out themselves at this point, this video is very good for you. So let's get into it. One of the things you need to know about Instagram, I mean, for Nigerians, you know that the peak of Instagram was in 2013 when so many people started getting on board. For me, I also joined Instagram in 2013. And then since then, it's been not much of a struggle because I'm so laid back about it, although I have a very amazing profile on it. But I really wasn't particular about the followers and growing my followers until recently when I realized that one of the strengths of your works or one of the things that gives strength and credibility to your work is having that number of audience that engage with your profile and the things that you put out on Instagram. So I became conscious about my Instagram followers and the need to boost my Instagram followers even as I push out great content, because it's one thing to have good content, it's another thing to, I mean, not have people relate with your content. So yeah, it's somehow sent the okay, so what's the point signal to you. But I know you're trying, so don't give up just yet. Just make sure that you watch this video to the end to get the tips on how to boost your Instagram and give it the very important lifts that you need for growth. Well, one thing you need to also know about Instagram is very particular about retention. I mean, they want to see how long you stay on the app. Now that we have so many applications that is getting people's attention, Instagram is a very jealous app. I mean, I call them that because of a lot of reasons. They want to keep people on the app. They want to ensure that you are there, you are engaging with other people, you're liking their posts, you're posting, you're making use of the story, you're making use of the live video. They want to ensure that you're making use of all the functionality on the app. So if you're not doing all of this, it might just be very difficult for you to get the right audience or get to the audience, because Instagram does not really care about you. Before you know it, they start hiding your profile and that's all. You post picture even if you have a reasonable number of followers and it's a struggle to get them to engage with you because they don't even see your post because you are not the frequent Instagram user. So one thing you need to start doing consciously is to ensure that you're using all the Instagram functionality. Share stories, Post as often as you can. You can even schedule your posts if you can, because there are some applications that helps you do that. One of such is Instantly, and you can check it out. I'll put the link down below for you to check it out. It helps you manage your Instagram profile in such a very easy way. If you need more tips, you can definitely check out, because I'll be dropping tips on that very soon. But then again, you need to ensure that you use all the functions. You can't just afford to be on Instagram, post your picture and go. No, you have to use the functions. You have to like people's posts. You have to comment on people's posts sometimes, and you have to ensure that you're sharing stories. Like I said, you're making use of the highlights. I'll share tips on that later on. And of course, make sure that you're following people as well. These are some of the things that will help your page get the strength that you need, because if you're not doing any of this, trust me, you are not going to get the reach. Apart from being a celebrity where you naturally get followers coming to your page, if you're just an average person who owns a brand or has a business, you need to do the work to get the followers to your page. So one of the things I noticed, or one of the reasons I'm making this video, is because of the many questions that I received days back about how I grow my Instagram page. I mean, a lot of people come to my Instagram DM, some come to my WhatsApp, and they're like, how did you grow your page? And I'm like, okay, now I think I should share this tip. Well, when I was thinking of sharing it, then something unimaginable happened. I was on 10K followers, and then I woke up to a massive reduction from Instagram. I was wondering what happened, and a lot of people told me they were experiencing the same thing. According to them, their Instagram page never moves away from where it is. It's either reducing or maybe just growing by one follower, and then they wake up to another reduction. Mine was actually very noticeable, because I went from 10K, which is a very interesting mark, to below 10K, and then I started seeing 9,000 plus followers, and then it went all the way to 9,942. That was when I knew something was wrong. But then I did not just sit there. I had to ask myself, what was I doing wrong? Then I realized that for a very long time I wasn't using Instagram. As a matter of fact, when I checked my Instagram daily statistics and how many hours I'm using Instagram, it's way below. I mean, it was really low. So I was just asking myself, how then do you want your account to grow? When people who are staying on Instagram like every day, especially during the lockdown, where a lot of people had time and opportunity to make use of the app very frequently, compared to me that wasn't even using the app at all. So yeah, I decided to just stay on the app and retract my ways. I gave my profile a new look, arranging my bio again. I did my highlights and customized it to a very reasonable point, and I started looking at how to get my profile out there. One of the things I used on my Instagram page, and one of the things I really like if you want to make sure you optimize your Instagram profile, is to make use of a theme that works for you. I've seen a lot of people adopt different themes. For some people, they post 3 consecutive pictures from one outing, and then it gives their page a very nice look at the end of the day. For me, what I decided to adopt is the 1 picture 1 video and the speaking engagement e-flyer, which I think is actually very beautiful. Some people even try out 1 picture of themselves. They try out a blank picture and then another picture of themselves, and then it gives them that look also. Themes are always very beautiful, and it gives your profile a good lift. But then apart from that, that might not even give you the follower. And like I said earlier on, I woke up to massive reduction in my followers, and it gave me serious headache for a while. But then I told myself, what should I do? After arranging my theme, after arranging my highlights, after giving my biography a new look, I consciously started making use of all the Instagram functionality, from liking people's posts to commenting on their posts, making use of stories. I did live video with some people a couple of times, and then I started posting pictures using my theme. If you look at my page right now, you will notice the consistency of my posts since the time I noticed the deduction in my followers. This has again given my page the level of credibility it used to have. And now I'm a bit calm because I started attracting the followers I wanted again. Well, it didn't just happen magically. I had to do the work. And doing the work means that I was engaging with a lot of people. They saw me on a couple of places, and then they started checking my profile out and they followed me. And I also followed people also. And that's how I started waking up to new followers every day with new DMs and people commenting about my posts. So one thing you need to understand is you need to first do the work of setting up a profile that works for you. Like I said, your biography, your highlight, your theme, if you want to use a theme, and then make sure that your posts are something that people want to relate with, because when they come to your profile, what they see is what will make them stay or leave. But once you do that homework, then you can begin to engage with people's profile, and before you know it, they get attracted to yours and they can come there to like your post. So that's how I grew my profile basically, and in about 24 hours I got over 200 followers, and it was so interesting. I've decided to stick to this path because trust me, it's something you would need for your business and your brand. If you keep engaging with Instagram, you would see the result. And like I said, over 200 followers in one day. That's unimaginable for someone who is actually not doing anything serious. I mean, it's the lockdown. It's not like I was posting something totally out of the box, but somehow people came to my profile, they liked what they saw, and they stayed. So the basic thing for Instagram is they want you to have a level of retention for the app, and then they will be able to draw people's attention to your profile. So it's a win-win thing for Instagram. You stay on the application, they draw people's attention to you. So that's about the only way you can get a real-time follower. If you're not doing this, you might just be stuck on a particular position, almost frustrated about how to grow. If you're making use of Instagram the right way, making use of all the functionality, you have a good profile, trust me, people will get attracted to your profile and they would stay, they would follow you and engage with you. That's some of the things that you need to do. For someone like me, once people come to my profile, it's almost impossible for them not to follow and send me a DM to either talk about what they saw, comment what they saw, and even ask to be trained in line of my work. So it's very easy. These things are very simple, but you need to make sure that you're doing the work to attract the right people. So spend a few hours on Instagram daily, not just looking at people's posts, but ensuring that you are very concerned about your own profile. What are you doing for your profile? How are you drawing people's attention to your profile? These are questions that would count for you eventually, because if you're not doing this, trust me, you will just stay on Instagram, come there once in a while, and keep complaining about your followers not growing. Yes, you know, people spend a lot of money on buying followers, but Instagram is very hard these days, and they easily detect some of these things. If you buy followers, you might end up not having audience engagement because Instagram will not particularly put your post out there. They do that a lot. So if you want to get the real attraction, you need to do the work to get it. And that's why continuous engagement is one of the most recommended ways to get your Instagram followers all the way up. That's what I'm doing, and that's something that you should adopt. In the next video, I will show you how to maximize some of the functionalities of Instagram, particularly the highlights, and I trust that this will be helpful for you in a bid to ensure you have a nice profile that will attract the right people to your post and get your Instagram followers all the way up. For me, I'm happy now, and I'm making use of all these tips because it worked for me and I know it will work for you. I wake up to a lot of notifications from likes to comments and as well as followers because I did the work. And yes, you can do the work also. It's simple. Don't spend money buying Instagram followers if your profile is not something that will attract people, because even when you buy followers, when those followers eventually visit your profile and they don't like what you see, they will still leave eventually. Do the work, set up your profile first, and you'll be shocked at the kind of attention you will get eventually from people. I know this is helpful for you, and I know that you have some other questions. You might want to write them in the comment section down below, and I'll be ready to take your questions. Remember to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos and more tips on how to get your Instagram followers all the way up. Thank you for watching. My name is Elisha Moyosarelua. See you soon.